Rough couple of days. Pain is definitely increasing in certain areas. Um, I don't know what to do. And yesterday the pain was so bad. Jesus Christ. I've ever since I developed a problem with them, I haven't taken Oxy again. But Jesus Christ, I would have yesterday. Wasn't bad enough to go looking for them. You know, I wouldn't do that. But if someone, just swung by and said, "Hey, Mike, no, here's a couple of Oxys," I would have taken them. Yeah, these THCA gummies and THCAP, I think, or T, they help a little bit. I think distraction is really what they provide, and I think that's why I make these videos sometimes. Certainly nobody's watching it. It just takes my mind off of things. You can only watch so much shit about Nazis in World War II, or the Roman Empire, the Sumerians. So I hate it for my dogs mainly because I get sort of in a crappy mindset, and I'm sure they don't understand what's going on, and just suddenly I'm just dismissive and not wanting to be touched or bothered, or I make sure that they have food and water. Other than that, Christ. So let's see. The subject on my mind today is pornography. Now, I imagine pornography is probably as old as mankind. Once we started drawing on caves, I'm sure probably the second or third one was a dick. And you think I'm being facetious by saying that? Look at the ruins of Pompeii. Man, you got so many cocks graffitied on the walls. Jesus Christ, no matter the time, some things about people remain the same. So I'm sure in the Paleolithic and Neolithic, people were carving, sculptures, wooden sculptures. Maybe that's what the Earth Mother statues, from starting around 30,000 BC. I believe that's the oldest one. Now, what I'm talking about. They got the big bellies, small heads, sometimes braids in their hair. So maybe that was a form of pornography. I just imagine some caveman by the fire cranking one out to this statue. And made little Homo sapien kids would, 30,000 BC, would go off into the forest and find a bunch of those statues, on a log or something, like me and my friends did with porno mags back in the 70s and 80s. But so I'm rambling about all this to say, the desire to see a naked human of the opposite sex is it's intrinsic to the human experience. So I'm not trying to kink shame anybody, but personally, I've just never really cared for pornography. I'm not saying that I never indulge in it, you know, but it's very rare. You know, and talking to other men, you know, all my life, um, they seem to be a lot more into it. Uh, I'm not a prude by any means. I've just always found it a bit distasteful, you know, sort of dehumanizing for everybody involved. And then there are, you know, in this day and age, there's a whole hell of a lot of other issues. Uh, you could, I mean, I don't know, but I'm assuming in theory you could watch a porno, and then it turns out that, you know, the chick in it was 17 or 16 or something. I mean, you can't tell women's ages these days. And then suddenly you're on the hook for, you know, child pornography. And so, yeah, but, you know, just all in all, it's just sort of dehumanizing, you know. I strongly believe in the concept of garbage in, garbage out. You know, what you put into your brain is what comes out of your mouth. What you watch or do influences every other aspect of your life. And so, now if you watch pornography, you're going to be expecting certain things. It's just very fucking unrealistic, and it, in my opinion, I don't see how it could be healthy long term. Like I said, you know, every now and then, I'd say maybe twice a year, I may watch porno, you know, for a couple of minutes. You know, just because, I mean, I like to see naked women. Um, don't really care to see guys junk, but you know, that's kind of goes with the territory. Unless you're just into the girl on girl stuff, you know, which, if I had to say, I would say that would be preferred. Yeah, so I didn't have to see some other guy's dick. But, you know, I mean, whatever. Um, so, oh, geez, and you remember Ted Bundy? Well, no, you probably don't. But he blamed all of his shit on pornography. And a couple other sad sacks have as well. And, you know, I don't want to totally discredit that, but we are all responsible for our actions. You know, what you say, what you think, how bad your childhood was, trauma that's happened to you as an adult. You know, life is a sad place. But ultimately, we are all responsible for our own actions. So fuck Ted Bundy. Fuck other people who say that they didn't have a choice. You always have a choice. People say the devil made me do it. I don't believe in the devil. I don't know why we have to invent a mythical creature when the heart of man can get pretty fucking dark and twisted, as is. And so, what was the old comedian Flip Wilson? Devil made me do it, I think. So yes, I'm really reaching back into my memories there. That's from the 70s, I think, along with Sonny and Cher show, Bionic Watermelon. So anyhow, everything in moderation. But definitely stay away from the perverse shit, you know. And by that I mean, you know, the hardcore stuff. I just can't even do that stuff. No, I'm very vanilla. I'm very plain. I don't know, maybe I am a little bit of a prig. But to me, you know, the prettiest woman of all time, Audrey Hepburn. Audrey Hepburn was a beautiful woman and a beautiful soul. You know, wrote out her life helping little kids in poverty, I think. Fought against the Nazis during World War II. And just a dreamboat, man. Just, you know, she had style. She was very feminine, but very strong. I think a lot of women these days could take a page out of her book. But I think the days of femininity, at least for now, are in serious decline. And I genuinely feel sorry for my sons who have to date in this day and age, 2025. And young women have a lot of pressure on them. I mean, I'm not trying to demonize them. They do that themselves. But they have a lot of pressure on them. So, and women are emotional creatures. They just, I forget what I'm saying. Anyhow, pornography just doesn't do it for me. Betty Page, that was another. She was a hot tamale. Oh, gosh, Betty Page. Anyhow, that's my thoughts. Pain seems to be evaporating a little bit. Dogs want to come in. And so I'll upload this video. Jesus Christ, I'm